The world Shrek living in is a secondary world, because they live in a world where there is imaginary beings, witchcraft, magic, and supernatural elements. Shrek lives in a swamp in the middle of the forest by himself. The swamp is overgrown with weeds and it looks like a marsh. At first he appears to like being by himself and enjoys scaring people, but not hurting them. Even though his background is unknown, it assumes that most ogres hurt people, but Shrek isn't violent.
Shrek is the protagonist in the film. He's controlled by his ego. He knows what's right and what's wrong, but when it comes to love, it's hard for him to control himself. We see that he interrupts Fiona's wedding, which proves that his id also controls him. The donkey is Shrek's helper and best friend. He's mostly controlled by the id. He says what he thinks and does what comes to his mind first. Princess Fiona is the daughter of King Harold and Queen Lilian. Princess Fiona's behavior mainly comes from her superego, when her conscience wants to tell Shrek the truth about the spell she's under, yet she feels guilty that she doesn't share it with him. Lord Farquaad is the antagonist in the film. He's controlled by the id. Farquaad wants to own Shrek's swamp and does not hesitate to stop until he gets it.
The composition or the structure of the movie are the home away home. First we see Shrek at his home. He doesn't like anyone and he wants to be alone because people never likes him or is really to get to know him. Then he takes on this journey to save Fiona, and while he's away to save her and to get his swamp back, we see his bad temper, but also the good side of him, that he wants to save her. Then again he's home, he brings back his new wife, Fiona, and they hold a party for them with all the people and animals, and they lived happily ever after.
A comparison to fantasy theory or elements, conventions. We can see that it has a lot of fantasy convention in it. There's a princess who is locked in a castle guarded by a fire-breathing dragon. There's also a handsome prince who is supposed to save the princess even though he doesn't do it. There's also a lot of talking animals. There is, for instance, the annoying talking donkey who follows Shrek around and who is Shrek's helper. The movie has a happy ending, which also is a genre convention. Deviations. Shrek is a deviation from the fantasy genre. He is not the chosen one. He doesn't have any special skills or magic power. He is an orc, but it is him that saves the princess. The theme is friendship.
The message could be, don't judge a book by its cover. We see Shrek, who's a big green disgusting ogre. He saved the princess and even ends up getting married with her. At first she thinks that he's disgusting and harmless, nothing like she expected, but when she gets to know him, she starts to like him and see him as a beautiful man.
We can relate Shrek to the film/text The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, because in both films there is animals who can talk, and there's also a good and an evil person. And Shrek is the hero Shrek, and the evil person is Lord Farquaad. And The Lion, the Witch and Wardrobe is the hero the lion, Aslan, and the evil person is the White Witch.